UFO sighting in a long time. And there's one of these next matches. Tristan Clark will represent the Mustangs.
Taking on Bryce Everson.
Comanche.
Yep.
Situation here on mat number 4. This is interesting.
Did he just cut him?
He did just cut him. And he just took him down to his back,
Wow.
Rathman did.
Yeah.
Swafford right there took him down to his back to tie it up. He needed to cut him because he couldn't. He was having a hard time turning him, so he cut him to take him down to tie it. But when he took him down, he caught him in a little cowcatcher whip over, just bowled him over there. Good heads up wrestling right there by Brock Rathman.
Excellent confidence in your skills.
Score shows 8-8, but this match is pretty much over in the last 20 seconds. Another situation where it's going to be really tough for Swafford to fight off his back there. And it looks like Brock Rathman is going to make it to the finals again and try and defend his title by winning this one over Swafford of Minneapolis by a score of 11-8, and actually gets the fall with 8 seconds left.
Unbelievable tough match. Tough fight there by Brennan Swafford. Brock Rathman has been cruising all year, folks. He knew he was in a battle there. But it's the same thing. As much as he fought, how about the effort by Brock Rathman not to get caught earlier? Brennan had him.
And you see Rathman talking to Swafford right
He
there.
knows.
Just, exchanging nice compliments, I'm sure. And I'm not being sarcastic. Tell him that, hey, man, that was a great fight. Great job. I mean, that's a freshman.
Right. When you're Brock Rathman, you know what that kid just did and how hard it was. So you got to compliment him. And he does. We go on to 126 on mat 3. Mat
3 at top left, that's Swafford and Leisure.
We have another Minneapolis wrestler named Swafford. Mat 6 is the Tristan Clark and Bryce Everson from Comanche match. Leisure and Swafford, this should be a good one.
Yeah, the kid from Clear Lake's had a nice run, hasn't he?
Yeah, Clear Lake, always solid. Coach Weber has always seems to have a bunch of kids up here. No surprise that Leisure and Smalin and the Brennan Doble kid that we just saw. A lot of tough kids for Clear Lake.
It can get awesome things. Mom says it's just like the 4 seasons. Always there. Helping communities grow and be a better place to live and work. All because my bank lives here too.
Live Iowa, work Iowa, bank Iowa. Member FDIC.
Right now, get any large original or flatbread sausage pizza for only $10. Casey's, famous for pizza.
What?
Wells Fargo Arena, 2A semifinals. We're looking at them all. And we'll try to keep you updated on who's on which mat as we talk about some of those wrestlers.
And one of those new ones, Dave, Bradley Irwin.
It's Irwin, yeah.
Of Centerville taking on Chase Leinhardt of Crestwood. Another Crestwood wrestler. There's their first 3 competitors.
They're on mat 4, taking on.
Irwin's a senior from Centerville.
And Chase Leinhardt, right?
Chase Leinhardt from Crestwood. This is 132 action, that is, on mat 4.
That's switch action right there, right off the whistle. Fresh start going down to the bottom. By Leinhardt of Crestwood, but he's trying to, he has to break that grip, get his leg back before this time runs out in the first period, trying to get an escape. Doesn't look like he's going to be able to. Irwin, Centerville hanging on tight here, not going to let him go. So that one's going to end 2-2 at the end of the first period. That's what a lot of wrestling is you just knowing the clock, knowing how much time's left. You don't want the clock to be able to dictate you, but you want to dictate the clock. And in a situation like that, when there's only 8 seconds left, it's so important that you do not allow a guy to get away.
How much of that is natural, Mark?
It's just a mat awareness, type of thing. And the more you're into the sport of wrestling, and the more, aware that you become, number one, of kind of how much time is ticked off the clock just naturally without even looking at it. You just have a really good sense of how much time's ticked off that clock. But when you're getting close and you got to look over real quick, just to make sure that you don't do anything foolish and let them go. But at the same time, you don't want to give up a reversal, with 2 seconds left either. So if it's a situation where you're just not going to be able to hang on those last few seconds, you got to be smart and just let it go and give up the one escape rather than, say, a 2 reversal in a situation like that.
Swafford and Leisure on mat 3. Mediapolis and Clear Lake. 4-0 lead. Looks like for Swafford.
Over there, mat number 5. Curry of Sergeant Bluff taking on Schmalin of Clear Lake. 3-2 right now in favor of Schmalin. Second period. Shot by Schmalin, Curry actually right there, Sergeant Bluff. 15 seconds. This is what I'm talking about right here, guys. He's got 15 seconds. He's down by a point. Even though it's the second period, this would be big. 2 points at the end of a period. He could finish it. It's not a situation where he wants to sit and hold position. He has to try and finish it. But again, the clock's going to run out, and he's not going to be able to do so.
And you can see Coach Weber very happy about the fact that he did not give that up at the end of that period. Fought that off. Curry tried like crazy, get that before the end of that period, scoring. See Leisure wrenching on Swafford over there. Leisure, a runner-up last year. He wrestled against Brock Rathman in the 113 final. So a finalist himself. He moves up to 26.
On top 4-zip here.
And he's on top. Swafford.
Back over to mat 5 as an escape point for Curry right there. So it's all tied up in the third period, 3-3 here. So it'll be interesting to see what happens here in the next minute and a half or so.
Meanwhile, Clark of Prairie City Monroe with a 5-4 lead right now on mat 6. It looks like it just got tied up with Everson of Comanche. 5-5 Bryce Everson. Tristan Clark.
Over on mat number 4, it was Irwin of Centerville with the takedown towards the end of that second period to take a 5-2 lead over Leinhart of Crestwood. That's a big takedown for Irwin right there, Centerville, getting that takedown when there's only 8 seconds left in the period. Those are big takedowns. The guy doesn't have time, really a whole lot of time to get away from underneath.
And you'd like to hope, well, of course, with the freshmen, it's hard to tell, but with most of your wrestlers here in the semifinals, you'd like to think that they have that mat awareness down, and it's not a constant reminder, but coaches are crazy for that stuff. They're all over their wrestlers about that. End of the period, edge of the mat awareness. It's just, there's so many scoring opportunities, you have to take advantage of each one you get at the right time. Now, Clark's got Everson of Comanche in trouble here on mat 6.
He does.
That pretty much puts the match away for him.
And here comes Everson trying to make a
control and trying anything he can. But again, right there, like you mentioned, a couple points right there in the last 10, 15 seconds in a tight match.
Big win.
Put it away, hold him down. Clark comes out victorious. So Clark moves on. PCM has a finalist.
Back over here to mat number 5. It looks like we're going to go overtime.
Yeah.
Between Curry and...
Looks like Curry and Schmalin 3-3.
Schmalin 3-3 going overtime. Curry, Sergeant Bluff, Schmalin of Clear Lake. Looks like Schmalin's got a little blood. They're going to stop for.
So we stop the action on 5.
Go over here to mat 3. There's Leisure in another single leg. A sweep single, head to the inside single on Swafford of Mediapolis. Another takedown. He leads 6-0 with only 25 to go in the third period of this match. So
it's a heavy hit for Mediapolis.
Yeah, just gonna say who's leading the team race right now. That's two big losses. And as we were talking earlier in the 3A round, this round right here is where you really can make gains or lose ground big time in the team race.
So many points on the line for those wins. We mentioned it. I might have even been off a little bit. You get 11 points for a win here in the semifinals, like Leisure just did. Not a major decision. You get 12 for a major, 12.5 for a tech fall, and 13 for a pin in the semifinals. So that's a lot of points on the line for these guys. And
Leisure was
6 seconds
very
left
solid.
on 4.
Yeah.
Irwin 5-3, and he's going to win it. Gets by well, Crestwood's 1 for 3 so far. Doble held off Steffen at 113.
Of
course, Millage won.
These guys are still going at it on mat 5.
There's our other long-waited for anticipated 32 match between Trevor Harsh and Brady Jennings. Brady Jennings, another 4-time place winner now. They're coming out for mat 4. Trevor Harsh of ADM. Brady Jennings been ranked number 1 at the weight class, 138 most of the year. The other 138 match is on mat 3. That's Spencer Ray, Creston. And a young man from Solon is a junior, Cole Fritz. Knocked off Mason Buster of Mediapolis, another one of the Mediapolis guys that got unceremoniously ousted earlier than expected. It's a thing that's biting Mediapolis. They've lost some of their best wrestlers a little earlier than they'd hoped on this title run. And they're still out in front, but how long?
Over there, back to mat number 5, our overtime match. It's Curry out with a 1-point escape in his 30 seconds. We only got 3 seconds left to go, then it's going to be Schmalen's turn to go down underneath and get an escape. So now Schmalen will go down. He'll get a chance to escape here in this 30 seconds. They escape again, and it's tied 1-1. Then it goes to who scored first. Schmalen, he's out for his 1-point escape right away, but goes to who scored first, gets their choice.
Thought we might have had him. It was the end of the period here, but also number 1 Spencer, Dustin Reed of Bedford Lennox is on mat 6 now, taking on Carter Barkham of Hampton Dumont. It's 2-0 in the favor of Dustin Reed. Back to mat 5, still tied at 4 in overtime. The other match is getting underway on mat 3 and mat 4.
And I believe it was Schmalen that scored first.
I think you're right.
Let's see, and it is. So he gets his choice. He's going to choose down. So now, if Curry rides him, he wins. If Schmalen gets out, he wins. And both of them got out immediately.
Yeah.
Earlier. So now Curry's got to pick him up. He's got to put him down. He's got to put him back down. Schmalen going crazy underneath.
Oh boy, you don't like to be there.
Reverse headlock situation.
Wow.
He's got a firm grip.
Oh boy, stalemate. Wow. Look at these 17 seconds.
Coach Weber.
Look at the coaches.
A little bit excited there. I know you can't see outside the circle at home, folks, but trust me, Coach Weber is all over the place.
There's a stall warning. The referee wastes no time. You do have to move up, but usually you get a 5-second count right there.
That was quick.
That was about a 2-second.
Wow. We're looking at mat 5.
So he can't go drop down to the ankle again. He does that again, like this here. Then he calls him for stalling. He's trying to move up.
Wow.
There he moves up to the knee at least.
2 seconds.
He is going to ride him out and win this. Curry from Sergeant Bluff wins because he rides him out. Now, Clear Lake coach here, Schmalen's coach, he wants to know why he called him so fast the first time but wouldn't call him fast the second time, and he is livid about it.
Exactly. Weber is questioning the officials on this one. How can you call that? You can almost read his lips from here. Of course, they're going to disagree with that. Tough battle when it gets down to that last one.